We're here at the 2025 Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion, and we couldn't be more excited to check out everything that this show has to offer. This year, we're fortunate enough to have our 41 build in the Distinction Applied booth inside, and we cannot wait to walk around this show, check out all the cool Jeeps and everything these vendors have to offer. Well, the first Jeep we wanted to check out was this beautiful TJ Brute. It's in red over there. This thing had Hutchinson rock monsters, 8-lug axles. I wasn't able to see what was under it. V8 under the hood, but an absolutely beautiful Jeep. Long arm kit on there. You don't see these too often, so seeing one of these in person that's got all of this money into it is absolutely incredible, but really neat first Jeep to check out. The next one we're going to look at is actually right next to me. They are viewers of the Dirt Road Cred channel. It's Trey's absolutely beautiful 2004 LJ. Now, this build started in about 2020, and just like many other builds he just said, it ends up starting with let's just do a lift kit, and then it turned into this. We got a V8 under the hood, 1-ton axles underneath this thing. Beautiful set of, let's see, I believe they're 42s on this thing. Genrite kit on here, King coilovers, full Genrite armor on the side, and an absolutely beautiful rig. And as you walk around, you just see all those small details. Next up to bat, we've got this absolutely beautiful 1990 Jeep YJ that was in frame-off restoration. Everything was done in the owner's garage, and a really cool story about this, he did it with his son and his father-in-law, and they made a ton of memories with this Jeep. It's a 4.2 liter underneath the hood. He said almost everything was done there besides a little bit of the machine work for the engine. If you look around this, there's mirrors underneath showing how clean the frame is, the transmission, the exhaust, everything on this Jeep was touched. I love it because the name on the hood came from his father-in-law, and it's nothing fancy because they walked around the show and he's like, yeah, this is great. This is nothing fancy. So I'm sure he enjoyed this. I'm sure he got every bit of it.
Well, it's a ton of memories we made. There's pictures that I follow on my son, bolting parts on.
Ah, that's beautiful.
Like that, so.
That's beautiful. One of the coolest things about walking around up top here, and especially where the vendors hang out, is that there's so many of the vendors that we already use on the channel. You can see MB Quartz here, we got Combat Off-Road, Armor Lights out here, a lot of other brands. We'll have to walk around and see who's here, but the other thing is you'll find new brands that you never saw. Last year, Ryan, that's where we saw the Ecto cooler and got those cooled seats, as this is the first place we noticed it. So we're gonna walk around, check out some other vendors, maybe see some cool new products, pick them up for our Jeeps, and hopefully try them out for you guys. Check it out, guys. The guys at Outlaw Off-Road really showed up with all of their builds. This one is really neat, too. It's a Gladiator with the Motobuilt bob bed, East Coast Gear Supply axles front and rear, Motobuilt front Highline fenders. You guys can be the deciding factor of what that front side name means. I'll let you guys break that down, but beautiful builds from these guys. I believe they're actually staying right down the street from our cabin, but they always have really awesome fonts, really good builds on here, but their branding is incredible. So we'll check out some of what they got going on there. They've got a couple different locations, and I haven't really had a chance too much to talk to them. They came by the booth at Daytona, but I think these guys do some fantastic work, so you might want to check them out. Check it out, guys. A Jeep forward control, 8-lug axles front and rear, fully restored here. This thing is absolutely insanely built. I'm actually looking at the mirrors. They put some TJ mirrors on there, but you walk by this thing and this is one that you have to stop and take a look at. Really, really cleanly done. To see a crew cab like this is amazing too, in this kind of shape. Forward control actually means that the cab is over the front engine. So the engine is actually underneath that cab, and these are really rare. To actually find them and then fix them up like this is not easy to do. This has got the rooftop tent, the awning, the roof rack, everything set up, even a spare tire carrier in the back. Really, really neat to see this kind of build. Check it out, guys. First 4xe Gladiator right here. What do you think, Ryan?
Take it.
Really cool Gobi Gladiator. updated 2024 style grill. And then when you look at it quick, you'll notice this 4xe plug right over here. I have to imagine, I'm not going to touch this gentleman's Jeep or this lady's Jeep, but this is an air port inside of here. That's typically what they do. You put the switch, you put the air port in there. But Gobi Gladiators are just so solid. KMC grenades, same like I had. They paint matched the outside there too. Curry Interact, Falcon shocks. A lot of goodies going on in this Jeep. Diamondback hard tonneau cover. This is one cool thing we haven't talked about on our channel yet, but we actually just received ours in the mail, the Jurassic World limited edition Jeep badge. These things are selling for like 200 bucks on eBay. It's absolutely wild. But what we wanted to ask you guys, we have one. I'm not sure we really want to put it on our rigs. We kind of thought about doing like a silent auction and then donating the proceeds to charity. Do you think that would be a cool way to give it away to somebody that really wants it? Because you could only get it for like an hour. You tried, I had to keep reloading it and I barely got it. So let us know in the comments. We're thinking about doing something on Instagram, running a little bit of a donation and then just giving all that money to charity, and you'll get a Jurassic World badge if you're the lucky winner. Check this one out, guys. The Jurassic Park Jeep JP92 on here. This one's a pretty dang good replica too, I would say. They've even got those remote mounted lights up top. These light bars are getting increasingly hard to find. And then an original style Ramsey winch that you do not see too much. So whoever did this really did a bang up job on it. And with the rendition of the new Jurassic World, as well as with the fact that they are releasing Jurassic World badges, this is definitely getting big back into it. You own this, right?
Yeah.
That's his right there. What's going on, man? How you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you. Yeah.
Well, he's the owner right here. We're gonna put him on camera too, and this thing is beautiful. Everything's pretty much screen accurate, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a couple of things I did to make it mine.
But this would have been Ramsey was a front winch, correct?
Yes,
it was a little
the Ramsey,
Ramsey front winch.
6,000, yeah.
6,000 top lights. Did you fab those up, or you had to make them custom?
No. So those are the Jebsco Marine searchlights. That's what they used in the movie.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This thing is absolutely beautiful. Really, really cool to see. Check that, guys. Here's one. It's another one. It's a little bit crazy too. So this is on a set of 30-inch wheels on here, but this is the Redline Society giveaway that they just announced. Really cool thing about this is we actually know where the paint work gets done. We're not going to say where it gets done, but you can make a pretty good inference on how it all gets done. This thing is built with some Curry axles underneath, coilovers, anti-rocks, RPM steering. It list goes on and on. But this one is actually available to win, so I'm kind of curious about these. I've seen them pop up on my Instagram feed. They do some crazy builds. I think personally for me, I'd probably pull the 30s off and just put some 42s on beadlocks. But besides that, a lot of money went into this rig. So just looking around, this thing is done up. They put a ton of money into their giveaways. It's kind of cool to see one in person as well. Check it out, guys. An absolutely beautiful Comanche here with a 5.7 liter Hemi, AEV wheels underneath. This is like the Rescue Green JK color. Horn winch up front, custom bumper, sliders on the side. These are a rare bird. You don't see too many Comanches anymore, especially one this clean. So we want to stop and take a minute, show it off. Not only did we stop and take a look at this Earl Jeep, we wanted to drop a little bit of a plug with our new merch that we just launched. So we've got brand new t-shirts, brand new hats, and they are available on the website right now. A huge shout out to everyone that stopped by the Distinction Applied booth and picked some up. They're really, really neat. Those tan ones are actually made in the USA. The shirts themselves are. We did a poll on Instagram to see what you guys like. The blue shirt, the teal one, it's like a seafoam green. That one's not made in the USA, but the fit is much like a beach, a lighter shirt. Just wanted to drop that. They will be available on the website and they're shipping out to your door. Well, we're inside now checking out some really cool Jeeps in here. This one just stood out because you don't see them as much. Everyone's asking about TJ parts, YJ parts. You just don't see as many in a modern show. So seeing one like this, super clean. Back in the day, we used to all have Poison Spider. That company, I don't really think exists anymore, but a really beautiful build done here. It's got some Nitto mud grapplers, really wide stance on here, and just cool to see this orange TJ inside. So one of the biggest questions everyone had at the show is what's going on with the Juice Gladiator, Matt? Ryan, what's going on with that thing? What are you doing with it? What's next for it? And we stopped by America's Most Wanted. Here it is, the frame for the Juice. No, I'm just kidding. That's a demon swap, but like, it's really neat when you walk around this booth because a lot of people, they just said you can take pictures, you can look at it, you can check it out, but seeing everything in person the way that we did at the AMW headquarters is absolutely how you need to do it. So if you have a chance at a show to check this out, check out everything that they've got going on. But yeah, this is what's next for the Juice. It's not going to be this crazy, Ryan, but I think you guys are really going to be happy with what's going on. But huge props to AMW. They always bring a beautiful setup here. They got an 840 over there, a Hellcat. Then this one here is actually the Demon Gladiator with full coilover long arm setup. So really, really cool to see it. If you guys are at a show, come check it out in person. If you guys have been wondering, kind of lost my voice. We've been talking to so many people, so many vendors, and we're really honored to be doing so. But yeah, just kind of lost it. So if you're hearing it's on day 3, this is why. It's because we were just talking to so many people. How about this one here, guys? One by Great Tops. This is the J-Truck conversion. They are known for doing their fiberglass conversions here, closing off the JK cab and turning it into a truck bed. This one's an Inca Gold, some white accents, and then this really neat camper top on the back. We spotted this from off in the distance and wanted to get a closer look. It looks like it is Inca Gold from the factory. Some nice side steps, and then I'd be curious to see what this looks like on the inside. But I'm looking at their cards as well. They do that conversion, and then you can almost turn your JK into a flatbed as well if you wanted to. So really, really neat stuff. We'll have to go on and check them out at greattops.com. I have heard of them before, but this thing stands out because you don't see this on a JK. So guys, this is probably arguably one of the favorite Jeeps. Ryan saw this one drive by our house this morning at the cabin we're staying at. This is built by Tom's 4x4 Superstore. So we're good friends with those guys. This JK is absolutely beautiful. It's almost the same forest green that you'd find on the early TJs, and that should have been coming back. You see the forest green like this. We've got a tan top on here, and then the most surprising thing for me is actually seeing the half-door uppers reupholstered in that tan twill. I gotta ask how they did that, because that's incredible on this. You can see Motobill Highlines front and rear, and then they've actually got their 1,000 horsepower Hellcat kit. That's what woke me up this morning, as I heard a Hellcat roll by our place. But Ryan, this thing is, it's beautiful. Look at, I wish Jeep would come out with a color like this, because that would do absolutely fantastic with the tan. But we want to take a moment and check this out. If you guys are looking for some cool Jeeps in the area, this Tom's 4x4 Superstore, they do an amazing job. So beautiful Jeep by them, and then right next door to it's a 426 Wrangler, fully built up with a new cage and everything. These guys go all out and they do amazing work. So we're outside now, guys. Check this one out. This is a really, really clean TJ, and I know it looks really good on this side. We got some KFC bead locks. Obviously that forest green paint job. What you might not be seeing is on the other side. This is actually called the half clean Jeep. Ryan, come on, let's check this out. Look at this thing. Look under the hood there. How do you do that? I mean, and then the other thing, he said look underneath. If you peep down, the axle, everything. And then on the other side, I've seen this Jeep before. What they'll actually do, as I can see, he was probably touching it up. That says Turtle Mud there. But they put the logo in there. So they put a logo. They put a little salute to our armed forces there, but I don't even know how you do this. I wonder if he rubs it all on, or you think he wheels it first. I don't know. It's really, really cool though to see in person. A lot of time, I'm sure, to do this. Kind of neat to see here, kicking it back a little bit old school, 1979 Cherokee behind me. Very well done, two-door. There's a couple of these rolling around. I'm not as into the old school as far as this is old. I'm used to more of that box style Cherokee right next door. There's an absolutely beautiful one inside. It's kind of the same bikini clear coat that I used to have. Beautiful XJ in the rock hard booth. We'll go check that one out as well. But with the release of the new 2026 Cherokee, these are still the classics. This is what we remember. And I don't think Jeep nailed that too well on the 26. Ryan, you can pull up a newly released image. You guys be the judge of that as well. But if you guys like to see something more Cherokee, more old school on the channel, let us know, because we're kind of curious about that. Obviously the new stuff is what's hot. It's what everyone's selling. But some of the old stuff we wouldn't mind getting back to. So let us know down below in the comments what you guys think. Like a champagne, I believe. They did this back in the day. Jeeps, they would do that on the Grand Cherokees, the Durango. I mean, everything had that color. It was like the champagne gold. It was all the time. Look at this. This is not a Jeep. What's going on here? It was Bronco week last week, so. Bronco babe. All right. So at first glance, I thought that was a CJ7 Golden Eagle, but as you get closer to it, it's actually a CJ8. So this is a Golden Scrambler, as they call it. I don't know if they made these factory. I'd have to double check, but this is what my dad had, a CJ7 Golden Eagle, but same color, V8 under the hood, and that's what I grew up in. Not a scrambler like this, but from the first front section, I thought it was, but pretty cool to see. All right, guys, this is a big one. We're looking around, checking out some Gladiators. This thing is massive. It's up on a set of 42s. That's a big old Jeep. I don't even know. I think it's on stock axle still, so obviously this thing gets used pretty hard, but looking around, it's just really high. I wanted to kind of walk up and check it out in person. It's got a 42 on the spare as well. Light bar mount. Looks like it gets used, so pretty cool. Just wanted to check this one out for a minute. A Mojave up that high. Somehow still using factory shocks. Yeah, it's got a spacer under there, so pretty cool. Big Jeep here. So here's a pretty cool one, guys. Honestly, I was just kind of surprised to see how well the anvil and the pink looks together. If you guys are looking at those two as an accent color, the Malibu bum on here, the decal's done really well, and honestly, this is a 24 or 25 due to the grill. It's a Willys. Well, no, it's not a Willys. It's a Rubicon, maybe Willys. I'd have to kind of debate what it was, unless they did a Rubicon with the gloss black. It's kind of throwing me off a little bit, but color scheme looks pretty cool on here. I can see they tinted the front turn signals as well, but just want to take a minute and show that, because if you guys have an anvil and you're looking to do pink as an accent, I don't think it was half bad. This is really cool, a high velocity eco diesel Gladiator here. It's up on a set of 37s, 20-inch wheels, and on the side it's got like this theme. It's called Devil Duck, and it's like a little duck holding some sort of piece of, I don't know, the things that make the pew pew noises. I don't want to say it here on camera, but pretty neat high velocity on here. 20-inch wheels. You don't see a lot of these KMC grenades in 20s, but just a neat one because you don't see as many high velocity anymore. I want to say this paint coat is Copperhead on here, but you do not see many of these, especially a two-door paint match fender, paint match top on there. So having a Copperhead Jeep like this, I would say I haven't seen another one walking around here. This would make a really nice JT color. I want to say that new Goldilocks color is probably just a bit brighter. There is the Amp JKs. We're going to try find one of them. There is one next to us in the show, but this is a really neat color, and I think a lot of people would agree this would be a good one to have on a Jeep, but just want to take a minute, check it out. This is pretty cool here, guys. This is an Anvil JK two-door, and this thing gets wheeled a lot. What I really kind of noticed off the front of that, this is a whole custom front bumper assembly here. Got some tubes welded on here, a Warn M8274. So what's really neat about that is that they actually mount in a different orientation. So instead of the winch being mounted to a base plate, it actually mounts to a front plate. They didn't make a ton of winch mounts for these back in the early JK days, and they only recently started, from some of our friends at Motobuild, actually adapting the 8274, which is a double spool. So basically, an 8274 is a double motor. So you have one up top and one up bottom, and it can spin this thing extremely fast. So they're great. They last a long time. They've been around for over 50 years, but really need to see one on a JK, but had to really notice that custom fab bumper. Spotted this one out of the corner of my eye, a bright yellow. I want to say this color was solar yellow on the JL. On the LJ, my bad. This is Ducky the LJ. They did some orange accents on the front fenders here, as well as the tube sticking out. This thing gets wheeled, you can tell, but they've got a giant inflatable duck in the back. Really fun to see some of the old models and some of the new models are all participating in a show like this. The perks of coming to a show like this are absolutely, the list just keeps going on and on. If you haven't been to this area of the country, you really need to see the Great Smoky Mountains, because this area is probably one of the most enjoyable parts of the country. There's so much to do in nightlife. There's Jeeps everywhere. There's so many people that you will get along with because you've all got Wranglers and Gladiators, and really it's just a ton of fun to bring everyone down to, relax for the week, and enjoy a show like this. Now, our Jeep was stationed up at the Distinction Applied booth. We got to show off that 41 build to all of our fans and people that had never even checked us out before, but got to see what we put into that. I think it was really neat for us to meet all of the viewers on our channel that were coming up, shaking hands, and telling us just how much they enjoy watching it, because we enjoy all of that just as much as you guys enjoy watching our channel. The fact that you're taking your time out of your day to come up, talk to us, let us know what you like, what you don't like, and just how much you enjoy this really means the world to us. If you haven't been to a show like this, you have to definitely put it on your list. Be prepared to go home with a lot of new Jeep parts, a lot of new ducks on the outside of your Jeep, as you see. Whether or not you're into it or not, you're gonna come home with a bucket of them. throw them on another Jeep or give them to somebody that really likes them. But this has been the Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion 2025. If we saw you guys here or your Jeep was out in the parking lot or in this video, drop a comment below. We would love to continue the conversation down there. But I think that's about it for today. We're gonna enjoy the last day here at the show. From Ryan behind the camera and me here talking to you, we want you to get out there and earn yours.